I'll tweet about it.
All right.
I should be able to appear on the podcast account.
Okay, because I don't understand how that works. If it doesn't, it's not like an uploaded video. How does it?
It's like a stream, like straight streaming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We're live.
Oh, Joey. Oh, now?
Yeah, we're live.
And how that
Ew.
works. If it doesn't, it's not like an uploaded video. How does it?
Yeah, we're live. It's like
Oh,
a stream,
boy.
like straight
Now this is the
streaming.
awkward part where we just wait until people
Yeah.
join.
We're live.
Oh, Joey. Oh, now?
Where's the link? And how that
Ew.
works. If it doesn't,
Let's see.
it's not like an uploaded
on a YouTube
video.
channel.
How does it?
Yeah, we're live. It's like a
Oh,
stream.
boy. I need
Now
to
this is the
freaking open
awkward
up
part where we
that
just
TV.
wait
Yeah.
until people
Okay.
join.
First of all, I need to stop this.
Oh, now?
Where's the link?
Stop what exactly?
I had the volume on for the YouTube thing, and it just had this like permanent echo of everything that we were saying. It was terrible.
Right. Now there's the podcast account. Apparently there's 6 people watching it. Alright,
Hi.
I'm watching the chat.
Yeah.
Right. Telling me to say something, but I don't know what to say. Are we gonna swear or not?
Probably.
Yeah.
So
Oh, one
there's
sec.
Someone in the chat. Oh dear.
Go ahead.
There's someone in the chat already. All the fun.
Hello and welcome.
Yeah, welcome to the live stream. We don't know what we're doing. I shall probably post this on Reddit.
Oh, hello. Okay.
Ready?
Hello.
13 people watching. Okay, so copy link. So where is it going to show like the questions then?
In the chat.
sidebar. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there goes the chat. It is getting all hypey stuff in here.
How's everybody doing?
Yeah, why?
Yeah, we just started it.
It is getting all. Oh no, we can hear my voice.
Let's just wait for people to join.
Yep, we've got a
Um,
few people so far.
Okay.
Yeah, this is gonna be exciting. Oh, there's Lena.
There's that. And then
Oh, there's Extreme Remake Production.
What is that?
He is the Jefferson cosplayer.
Oh. Yeah, we did.
hi.
We looked at
Oh,
it
we
already.
did check it out. I love it. Probably gonna mention it in tomorrow's episode. So excited for it.
So excited.
Right. Oh, Joey, I just noticed your R2D2. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, it's my little piggy bank.
Mine's a little bit of like a dollar store version compared to yours.
Also have
I got the shitty Mr. Potato Head version.
So
How's
cute.
everybody doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am alrighty. I'm just seeing everybody in the chat.
Cool.
How are they doing?
Hey, Gabriella. How you doing?
Yeah, hey. Boy, this is gonna be fun. There's
So
25
there is
people
a
watching later.
bit of a delay from the stream to like what we're saying to each other. So I guess we just need to keep that in mind when people ask us questions, so we don't
Indeed.
confuse ourselves.
Okay.
Mhm. All right, so yeah, welcome to the first stream of the Blackwell podcast. Oh boy.
Maybe we should introduce each other.
Okay, you go first.
Me?
Yeah, I think you suggested it. Why not?
All right. I'm Jess, and yeah, I like Warren, and that's pretty much it.
Well, Joey, you're up next.
All right. Well, I'm Joey, and I don't like Warren.
Okay.
I'm- I am Jamie, and I'm indifferent.
I don't dislike Warren.
Yeah, anyway, we should probably actually introduce who the heck we are.
Right,
Yeah.
so we are the folks behind Blackwell podcast, and this is our first live Q&A session.
Yeah. We thought it'd be fun because we're celebrating 1,000 subscribers, which is a big deal to us. And we really appreciate all the support that you've given us throughout the past few episodes, especially with the spike since we interviewed Hannah. So it was really exciting to see all the fans appreciate the podcast as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we're taking this time now to basically answer any questions you may have about us, our experience with the game, just anything in general, really.
Yeah,
Also, at the end, we will have an announcement, by the way.
Oh yeah.
A few. We'll have
Yeah.
a few with them. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So if you want to submit a question, just say it in the chat. We'll just read it
Mhm.
and then just answer it.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan,
Gabriella, I was a prize field shipper, and I still am, but Warren is my bae.
And then there is no Ashley Birch.
Yeah.
It was actually
Sorry.
me in that Cards Against Humanity chat. I'm sorry.
Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah.
If there was a
what you
way that
guys-
we would charge $1
Yeah, for every time
for every time someone asks us
about Ashley Birch. Yeah. Oh, we actually have a first question here. By okay, we have a tradition of mispronouncing people's names, so here we go. Tony Fournier, I believe. What do you guys think of the Everyday Heroes campaign? So I'm probably assuming they're talking about the official Life is Strange Everyday Heroes campaign, which I believe it's when people tell a story on Twitter using the hashtag Everyday Heroes, the official Life is Strange team donate a certain amount to a certain charity, I believe. And yeah, it's a great idea. I mean, hearing other people's stories of like how they were affected by certain different situations, and just helping it go to a great cause by people by bringing awareness, which is awesome. Really like the trailer as well. They got the person that we do not speak of to voice it.
Yeah, I definitely think it is for an extremely great cause. Bullying really has no place anymore. It's an antiquated way of displaying your dominance over people and all that, and it has no place in today's society. It really never should have, but especially as we progress and we become more progressive, it definitely shouldn't be here. So I really do love that, Don't Nod, Life is Strange, they did that, and I think it's a great campaign that they did.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
Jess, do you have any opinion about this, or just have we said everything?
I pretty much agree with you guys. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Extreme Remake Production asks, if he can join us sometimes for maybe a future episode. I guess we can kind of talk about that because that's somewhat our first announcement. That we are very likely to be getting community guests soon. So cosplayers, musicians, anything along the lines of that. So we will probably be in contact with a few people, try and get them on the show and hear about their experience with the game, how it affected them, like their different. And we'll probably try and get them to contribute for Everyday Heroes as well. Our little segment where we talk about the fan community with all their different stuff that they've made, like cosplay videos, music, anything really.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll do a thing where our actual like everyday heroes winners are actually given the opportunity to, and that's how we'll decide it. If you submit content to us, and it gets chosen, or we choose your content if we find you on the internet, then we'll extend that opportunity for you to come on the show and talk about your reason behind the content that you created, just what Life is Strange means to you. So I don't know. We're still hammering out some of the details on this stuff, but we'll figure it out.
But if you do have anything to submit, just send it to our email. We'll definitely look at it.
Definitely, yeah.
And that's blackwellpodcast@hotmail.com. So if you want to send us anything for us to feature on the show, just send it our way. Alrighty. Okay, so Jenny Lee asks, are there any word on update on getting the RSS feed for the podcast?
Yes, I will have that up by the end of this month. So I have that up, and then hopefully I'll have it submitted. I have to find some like cloud storage that will work, and then I can have it submitted to Apple to get it where you can actually on iPhones you can download the audio versions, and then also when we have the RSS feed up, of course Android users will be able to grab it from there, and then email and well, you know how RSS feed works because you asked for it, so.
Mm-hmm.
Then you'll be able to hear just us fanning over just an amazing game, whatever you are.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Abby Morris asks, is there or is there not going to be a Life is Strange Season 2? Now, we're not an official podcast for Life is Strange. I mean, yeah, we're just a fan-made thing that was made back in August, and we're just enjoying it, enjoying every moment of making this thing for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
We can speculate if you want to hear if you want to hear us speculate on it.
Yeah, there might be.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the freaking limited edition just came out today in Europe, and it came out on Tuesday in the US. So,
yeah.
If that sells enough copies, you might be able to actually try and get a season 2 going. Hopefully, support the developers, buy the game.
And Katrina Clark, I think, said, how long do you guys plan on or / foresee this podcast lasting? By the way, love your icon. It's awesome.
Of course, Hunger Games. Okay, so when we started this back in August, we didn't really foresee it lasting this long, did we, Joey? Only we were going to do a few episodes, weren't planning anything special, just we wanted to express our thoughts on the internet. And then we were able to get our first interview with Diane Hutton, the voice of Kate Marsh, Alyssa, and Juliet, which went quite well. And then we were able to get the interview with Hannah just after we actually brought Jess on board, and that just spiked up popularity. I mean, it was featured on a couple of Hardcore Gamer, I think it was the website.
Yeah.
And the Life is Strange account just shared it, and it just got lots of views, and it was so just amazing. So we really hope that we can do it for as long as we possibly can, exhausting every single detail about Life is Strange for you guys.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty then. Gabriella Price asks, do you guys plan to interview cast like Nick, Derek, or anyone etc.? Anything like that?
Yeah, we do. We are working on it. It's of course, the people that we're trying to get on the show are human beings, and they have the right to accept or decline, and also have the right to never check their emails. But we are working on getting as many people as we can. So yeah. We're exhausting every avenue that we know.
Yeah, we're doing our best, so what are you gonna do?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh, geez. And here comes a great pronunciation of her name, Radek Polzer, I believe. I don't know why YouTube Live over Twitch. Okay, Twitch would probably ban our account if we actually broadcasted over Twitch because we're not actually playing any games at the moment.
Yeah.
We're just really talking about us, our appreciation for a game, and just celebrating the fact that we got 1,000 subscribers. So
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for that.
It's also easier for us to do because since YouTube has vloggers and all that, their streaming is set up in order for people to do that if they so choose, and it's also easier for us to keep up with the chat and comments. And being that we have over 1,000 subscribers now, and the idea of doing this was because we hit a 1,000 subscriber mark. That was kind of why we picked YouTube over Twitch. Plus the big reason that Jamie said, which was that we're not actually playing a game. So
yeah, that's pretty much why. All right. Okay, can someone pronounce the next question, please?
Okay, so somebody said. Wow, Ron. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm horrible with names. All right. They said, did you try to become an official podcast? Did you try to contact us? Yeah. Square Enix. Yeah.
Joey,
We
do you want to
tried.
talk about that?
Yeah, we did. We
Yeah.
talked to the community manager, Toby, about it. We asked them, said, hey, it's a shot in the dark, but do you think there's a possibility? He said that if we were to become an official production, there would be a lot more overhead. And he said, quite frankly, there's just no one at Square Enix that really has the time to manage with everything else that's going on, to manage us doing this podcast. He also said that it removes a lot of our ability to speculate, ability to talk, because we would be an official thing. We would be expected to know the answers. And so we did try. It's not going to happen, unfortunately, but we do have, we did get, the full go-ahead, just as long as we don't say that we're official in any capacity for, like, under Square Enix or Life is Strange or Don't Nod. Pretty much got the go-ahead to do whatever we want to do, so.
Which is great. Yeah, that's pretty much why in the credits of every episode that we say it's a fan made, and all pretty much credit goes to them instead of us. We just talk about it. All right, here's a great question. It's so original. Great607 asks, any chance of getting Ashley Birch on the podcast in the future?
I knew it.
Boy, that was. All right, that's probably the most frequent question that we get asked.
Yeah. They probably didn't know.
Really
Sorry.
like to.
Yeah.
I mean,
to.
the only way, we're trying as hard as we can at the moment, and we'd love to have her on. But the problem is she's busy. She's very, very busy with Rocket Jump, Adventure Time. Even she's in a new game out, so she's probably gonna have to do promotion with that. So yeah, we really would love her on the show, but it's just a waiting game, really, if we get a response.
We have tried reaching out to her multiple times, so we'll see. We'll see.
Her agent and all that, so it's pretty much we're just waiting for a response now.
Yeah.
That's the podcast summed up in a nutshell. Just waiting. All right. Okay, so yeah, in response to your question, Extreme Remake Production, we will write the email's in pretty much every description of every episode, right? And it's always in the credits as well, so you can just find it there. Okay, Nico GJ would like to know, would we like to see Max in the next season? Yes. Yeah, honestly, I would love to see Max back, especially if they got Hannah back as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And even if they didn't have Max, if they just had like similar actors, like they could have different characters. It could be like American Horror Story. I mean, as I personally, they can do whatever they want. I think we would all support it either way. Max is an awesome character. And I mean, yeah, I would love to see her in the. I don't know about you guys, but yeah.
As long as Hannah gets work, I'm happy.
Yeah, same. Yeah, she deserves it.
I don't know. This is kind of a tough one for me. I'm the most long-winded of the group, so of course I have something to say. I would love to see her in season 2. I don't know if I'd love to see her as the main protagonist, though, if that makes sense.
Cameo or something.
Cameo, a side character, something along those lines. Mainly because I think that puts Don't Nod in a very precarious situation, where they run the risk of having to kind of retcon all of the, which is retroactive. I don't know. It's a comic book term, essentially, where they're like, hey, the canon is now this, as opposed to where it was this, 2, 3, 4 years ago, whatever. So it puts Don't Nod in a precarious situation, like I was saying, where they might invalidate some things that they set as, canon in season 1. So I think that's kind of why I don't want to necessarily see her as the protagonist, but absolutely I'd love to see her back. Even if there's either a cameo or somewhat reference to Max, that would be really nice to see.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy enough if Max isn't featured in, but even featured in season 2. But like I said, if Hannah gets work as a small role or even just another character, I'll be happy, because she deserves as much work as you can get. Because if you play the entire game, which you probably have, it's just her talent's unreal. It's just amazing. All right. Gabriella Price wants to know, any of you guys met anyone from the cast? And she knows that Jess has already met Hannah. And no.
No. So Jess, you want to take this one away?
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you want me to do? Just talk about my experience with Hannah?
Yeah.
All right. So well, actually, it wasn't over a vacation. It was on Halloween. I was invited down to LA for a Hunger Games Samsung event party for like Mockingjay Part 2, because I have like a deal kind of thing, like not really so much a job, but like a partnership with Lionsgate. So really. Allison, I'm sorry. They can see you.
See me?
Can you go away? Sorry. Oh my god. Anyways. So
You have a partnership.
Yeah. And a partnership with Lionsgate, I believe.
yeah. So I went down to LA, and it was kind of a last minute thing, but I was like, I mean, Hannah and I have been talking, like we've been like messaging a lot. So I was like, well, maybe we could meet up, because I mean, I've never been to LA before, and I'd like to see it around. And she was like, yeah, let's definitely do it. So we set something up for the day I got there, which was a Friday, I believe. I'm not really sure. And we just went out for, I think it was frozen yogurt or something. And yeah, it was pretty cool. It was definitely nerve-wracking. I was actually more nervous meeting her than I was meeting the cast of the Hunger Games, so that was pretty insane. But yeah, she's definitely really sweet and down to earth, and that was an awesome experience. So she should definitely go to like Comic Cons and stuff.
Yeah, she really does. I mean, the community is just getting bigger and bigger to this day. It'd be really cool for her to actually meet some fans in person.
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because she's so humble. Because shameless plug, if you listen to the interview that we did with her about 2 weeks ago, she pretty much said how humble she is towards the fans and how much she loves everything that they do for supporting her in the game. Yeah, awesome.
So that was my experience.
Yeah, I mean, Joey and I really hope we do meet someone from the game someday.
Yeah, as you guys should, definitely.
Yeah, we really should. But money's a thing, Jess. Yeah. Money is a really, really sad thing in this world.
I didn't have the money to fly out to LA. I don't know how that happened. Honestly, my parents were just like, all right, we'll go. Because, I mean, it's not often Lionsgate invites you out to LA. So I just kind of dropped everything and just went. Like, I was like, screw school, I'm out of here. It was great. But, yeah, I mean, I didn't have the money for it. So I don't know how that happened.
Yeah. Alrighty.
All right, so
let's see. I'm trying to look through the questions right now. Gabriella Price again wants to know who our favorite characters are, and if possible, go for girls first and then boys. So, Joey, would you like to start this off?
Sure. So favorite characters, girls first, then boys. Is that?
Yeah, first girls and then boys.
Okay. Well, it's a tie-in, I guess, between Max and Chloe as absolute favorite. Well, really, okay. So Max, Chloe, and Kate are kind of all like triangle of my favorite characters.
Illuminati confirmed.
Absolute favorite though, I don't know. Probably Chloe. I think of any of the characters out of the game, I identify with Chloe probably more than any of the others, per se. So, yeah, I actually speak on that a bit more in the first episode. Male characters, probably Nathan is my favorite male character. And I think it's just because of, like, how deep of a character he is, even though he's like a very small character that we don't see have much screen time. He's I
He's
don't know.
hot.
Sure.
Sorry.
Whoa, now, Jess,
Sorry.
Um,
as you were saying. Okay.
so
That's my comments on every guy character. Sorry.
yeah, he's just a really, I don't know, he's just a really deep character, I think, and we see that in with his voicemail. He's a very tragic character too, and a sucker for the tragic characters. Also, like I used to like episode 1. I thought he was kind of creepy, but then he grew on me, especially by episode 4. Samuel. He's kind of, I mean, he's an oddball, you know, he's a weirdo, but he's also kind of like the mystic, the I don't know, the one with nature, shamanistic type character, and I think that's kind of cool. I especially think it's kind of cool how they implemented that, how they orchestrated that, where he is that kind of character. He does seem to have like a sense of like what's going on with Arcadia Bay, and you know, in touch with nature. But it's not like super in your face. It's like, I don't know. It's all real world, but with some like crazy stuff going on, time travel and all that. And so I think Samuel is a good example of that. And yeah, that's all I got.
Jess, you're up.
What? Me?
Yes, yeah.
Oh. Okay. My favorite female character is probably, I want to say Kate, because I think she's really innocent, and like I just feel like she's that one character that nobody really knows enough about. Like the whole, like a lot of the story is trying to figure out what happened to Kate, and I just found that really interesting. And again, she goes to a school, and like she's kind of like, she has this like distanced relationship with her family that I find really unfortunate. I mean, as you could see, my family, I definitely can't relate, but I mean, obviously people have feelings towards their family. I don't know. But anyways, I don't know. I like Kate a lot. I don't know. I think she's really sweet and innocent, and I don't know. My favorite male character.
Here we go.
Oh boy. I wonder who this is.
Okay. It's Warren. Because he's adorable, and he's a nerd, and he's everything that I don't have. I'm just kidding. But I don't know. I just think he's really cute, and I think his relationship with Max is just so cute. I can't really form words today. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's alright. I mean, yeah, I guess it's my turn then, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so female characters. I mean, for me, there's a tie of 3, which is pretty much Joe. We touched on Max, Kate, and Chloe. All of them are tied up top. And then kind of lower underneath is Lisa. She's great in it. Followed by Rachel. And then, yeah. And for male characters, it's Pompidou. Yeah.
But you don't like any other male characters, just Pompidou.
Just Pompidou. I kind of like Frank a little bit. I don't really know why, but Daniel, I like. I'm indifferent on Warren and Nathan. I mean, it's like I can kind of see where you're coming from, where you like and dislike. It's just I have no opinion or no going argument whether to like them or not. I mean, yeah, Jefferson's a complex character though.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to talk about him tomorrow in our podcast episode, so I'm going to touch more on that. But yeah, I don't really have a favorite male character. I mean, I think the most charismatic that I know of is William, even for the short time that he was actually in the game. Still, I don't really have a favorite male character. It's just basically Max, Kate, and Chloe are on my list.
Mhm.
I mean, my freaking lock screen is of Max and Chloe on the train tracks holding hands.
Aw. Friendship goals.
Yeah. Of course, we need friends. Yeah. All right then. That pretty much sums up that question then. Boy, I'm gonna get this pronunciation wrong again. Deneni wants to know, what do we think of the Cardcast deck? Okay, so to people who don't know, we were playing a Cards Against Humanity game literally about an hour ago, and yeah, there was a Life is Strange pack that was added, and it was fun. A lot of fun. It was fun and a lot of interesting cards. We laughed on a few combinations. So yeah, highly recommend if you use it.
Yeah.
All right. And Abby wants to know, which bay did we save?
Oh my god.
Jess, you wanna go first?
No! Okay, everybody's gonna hate me.
All right,
Okay.
we'll smooth them over after you get done
Okay.
destroying our fan base.
Yeah.
So when I first played it, I originally saved Chloe over Arcadia Bay. Like when I originally played it, I had no idea which outcome was gonna happen. Like I had not seen anything at the end. But then after I saw both and I thought about it a little bit more, like at first when I was thinking, I was like, no, there's no way. I went through all this work. There's no way I'm letting her die in the end. That seems pointless to all the work that I did. But then I went back and thought about it a little bit more, and I thought it was more logical to save a whole town over one person, which sounds really bad because this one person means so much to Max. And I know everybody's saying Bay over Bay, but I have to pick Arcadia Bay on this one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Joey, you're up now.
Me? Okay. Well, I picked the Bay, of course, BAE. Mainly because I don't have the emotional fortitude to let the ending of sacrificing Chloe be my canonical ending. I cry every time. So yeah, my it was a really easy choice for me, to be honest. So I don't know what that says about me and the type of person that I am, but it was super easy. It was like not even a choice. It's like, oh, screw this whole freaking town. Like, sure, whatever. Let's go, Chloe. So
Oh my god.
No, it's not. It's not as I'm not as
Just kill a whole
blasé
town.
as that,
Who
but,
cares?
there's definitely a lot of emotional weight on that.
You'd
I
be
think,
killing Lisa.
my first playthrough overwatered her. I'm a heartless monster, I guess. Apparently, destroy destroy it all. So, Jamie.
Both. Okay, next question. Oh boy. All right. So about this ending, I chose to save Chloe for a reason. Okay, so basically, for a reason I'm not really going to go into at the moment, I played episode 5 a week later than what it was supposed when it came out, and I knew, like, okay, there's got when I was thinking through July when episode 4 to when episode 5 came out, I was like, okay, I really need to save Chloe. There has to be some way to save Chloe. And then when you find out that ending, you have to sacrifice Chloe or save, or sacrifice Chloe or sacrifice Arcadia Bay, and you are pretty much in episode 5. Your goal is to save Chloe. I was thinking, well, if you've got this far and you're trying to give up at the end, it'll be pointless. So I just have to save her. But afterwards, I did watch the other ending, and I was emotional for about a week and a half. Yeah, safe to say that I'm never going to listen to Spanish Sahara again.
That's an amazing song, though.
I know.
It really is.
Too feelsy.
Yeah.
Just feels everywhere.
Another question.
Yep. Nico J asks, what kind of new characters do you think are going to be in the next season? Like in the first season, they were kind of geeky, punk, and hipster. You know, do you think the game's going to be in the same mood as the last one? Hopefully, I hope so. Hopefully, it's going to be in the same as season one because that's what made the game. You know, Max was kind of this outcast hipster. You know, who loved photography and just nothing else really to say. I mean, without like the in like Max's taste in music, which was chosen by Don't Nod and everything, we wouldn't have such a great soundtrack. If that's fair saying. So basically, if Max wasn't like this, if Max was listening to mainstream music, we would just have a generic compilation CD. But since, you know, Don't Nod have chosen very carefully about what track to use in the game, it just makes it all the more special, and that's why I really want it to be the exact same mood as the
Yeah.
last one. What do you guys think about that?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't really know what else to say.
Joey?
Yeah, it would be interesting. It would be because I know when they started out, you know, on the storyboard they had that they wanted to start out with like having these characters as just the tropes of your high school life, and then break it down and make them more complex characters, which I think they succeeded you know, with bells on. But I don't know. I would like to see kind of, you know, similar design as the characters were in season two, but I also think it would be kind of cool to mix things up a bit. Maybe give you know, characters more like Nick and Alyssa, and I guess kind of like the alt, not like the I don't know what I'm trying to say. Yes and no. So, I probably have better words, but not right now. So
Yeah.
All right. So Katrina Clark wants to know: have any of you ever cosplayed or want to cosplay as any of the characters in the game? No. I personally do not want to cosplay anyone Life is Strange because I feel like I would ruin it personally. I mean, even personally because we've seen so many people carry off such great cosplays in the Everyday Hero segments. I mean, we've chosen such great cosplayers with amazing talent. You can bring the characters to life at conventions or just whenever they want to do a photo shoot. And if I just do it, it wouldn't feel right. It wouldn't feel as special as finding the images online or finding like a cosplayer at a convention as dressed up as Chloe or Max or Kate. It just, you know, it just won't feel the same to me, I guess. So just rather find one in the wild instead of being one yourself. If that makes any sense.
Jess.
Well, I mean, I was planning on doing a Max and Chloe cosplay for Halloween with my friend Nicole, but I mean, obviously I couldn't because I was in LA, but I had bought like all of this stuff. Like I bought wigs, I bought shirts. I mean, I have the shirt, but that doesn't really count. Like as a cosplay. I mean, I wear it to school sometimes, but I mean, again, it doesn't really count as a cosplay. But I mean, I was this close to being Max for a night, but I mean, hanging with Hannah was better, so.
Yeah. You got that, so
Yeah.
can't really argue. Joey?
I never have cosplayed in my life as anything. Well, unless you count when I was a kid, I went one Halloween as Duke Nukem. Did that, I don't know, but and then another Halloween I was a hunter from Left 4 Dead. But I don't think you can count that as cosplay because it's Halloween. If I were to cosplay someone, it would be Frank. Just I feel like that's the only one that I maybe even slightly had a chance of pulling off. Would be Frank.
You could pull it off.
Just for obvious reasons. Or I guess I could do Rachel
I'm
and
getting a Jefferson
Bonbag.
vibe from you. Oh,
I can see you as Jefferson.
yeah.
Yeah, I would consider it.
You should.
I would
I think Jamie would look good as a Nathan too.
yeah,
No.
I could see you pulling Nathan off. You can be
Yeah.
my Nathan.
Oh,
Mhm.
no. Oh, you're gonna kill me, aren't you?
You can be his little sidekick.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I really don't want that to happen because every now and again I think Joey's just gonna turn around and say, "Go on, who's your daddy?" Because get it, focus on relationship with Jefferson. No, all right, move on. Next question. Okay. All right. Shadow Wolf wants to know what other things can you relate to in the game, like what characters or manners and stuff, like what we can relate to in the game. Ooh, I guess the love of the arts. I guess with Max's love of the arts.
Yeah.
I mean, even the I guess I love the way that they actually portrayed the game. Not actually about voice acting or dialogue, is more of the on-screen appearance, but the camera angles, the lighting, everything. Because I'm a film student, and I just love everything that they've done in it. I mean, sunsets. I mean, it pretty much what they did with the level design by portraying Arcadia Bay. Kind of nice to see. I know I'm not really answering your question, but I like it and like to kind of relate to that stuff about filmmaking and the way that they would not have chosen to carry that out in the game.
Hmm.
I was just rambling there for a good 30 seconds. I'm sorry. Jess?
Well, I mean, I'm going to art school next year, so I mean, that whole setting, the whole environment, I can kind of relate to. Um, being a illustration and photography major, I mean, illustration not so much, but photography, I can totally understand the point of this game, like the style. And yeah, I mean, with that, I can relate to Max a lot. So, I mean, I'd have to say that too. I'd agree with you with that.
Yeah. Joey?
Um, well, yeah. I mean, I love photography. I I dabble in it. I haven't done anything in a while, but I do have like a photography blog, I guess. Hasn't been updated in over a year. So that kind of going back on what Jamie said, it's like I guess the cinematography of the game almost.
Yeah.
I would call it that. It's very artistic. It's very stylized. I really appreciate that. I love movies, and so having that kind of portrayed in a like video game is kind of interesting. It's an interesting take. Um, Without delving too much into my sordid, tragic past, there's a lot of the emotions, a lot of the things that go on in the game that I can relate to. Kate, Chloe, stuff along those lines. So yeah, I mean, I don't want to like sob story it or really give out any of that, but yeah, there is some stuff there. Um, and I think I to go back to, I actually really love Frank. Thinking about it specifically because of Pompidou, because I don't know, any dude that takes care of a dog. I had a dog up until August. Had her for 10 years, and she was like my best friend, and it was I would like she was my Pompidou. Um,
Hmm.
so I guess I kind of relate to that too. It was like sometimes it feels like it's just you and your dog against the world, and it was yeah. So there you go.
Yeah.
Or Frank and his beans.
Oh, yeah, of course. Um, yeah, Dominic F. Games wants to know, will this stream be saved to watch later? Probably not.
Unless YouTube does it automatically, no,
Yeah,
because maybe OBS does. We'll check into it. Didn't think about that beforehand because I'm dumb, and so maybe, but likely not.
Okay.
all right, I'm just scrolling through. Keep the questions coming, by the way.
Okay.
I'm
Let's see.
scrolling and I'm just seeing. Oh, here we go. Katrina wants to know what's your favorite song from Life is Strange soundtrack, or in easier terms, which one ruined your life the most? Who wants to go first on that one?
I guess I will. So, Mountains by Message to Bears. I can't really listen to it without getting emotional. Same as Spanish Sahara. My I guess my favorite song though, like non like score song that was like written for the game, would probably be Crosses by Jose Gonzalez. That and yeah, I guess that'd probably be my favorite one. Excluding the sad ones that I can't listen to that I love, but I can't listen to without getting emotional. But, who's next?
Yes.
Spanish Sahara. Every time I listen to it, I cry. So I just it's such a beautiful song that I don't know. Like the minute I heard it, I just it's so good. I can't. I'm such a girl with it.
Yeah, I mean, a song gives you feels when you actually have to go out and get the CD itself. That before the soundtrack even comes out.
Yeah.
Spanish Sahara is a feelsy song. I mean, Mountains as well. But one I really didn't expect to get me was "The Sense of Me" by Mudflow, which is played during the scene with Nathan and the voicemail.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because when you just hear that guitar play, I just like, oh no, 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 and just instantly goes back to that scene. Just major feels. Right. All right. Boy, I'm trying to find the questions here. Blackwell, Bigfoot, or Old Port Slugs? Who wins? Bigfoot.
Yeah, for the win.
Go Bigfoot.
Yeah. Okay. Nico GJ wants to ask, if you had to pick a character to make season 2 as a spin-off, which one would you pick? I don't know. Honestly, I'd like to see how Jefferson became the way he was, because we didn't find that much about the backstory, even though, according to Hannah, there was quite a bit about it, as well as obviously the Amber DLC. I don't know. It's kind of hard to think about it. Honestly, I think Jefferson would be a really good one, as well as because trying to find the game, trying to see Life is Strange, the story from before it actually happens from the antagonist point of view, will be very interesting. Or even if it's parallel to actual life, to Life is Strange, to see like who Jefferson was talking to on the phone, something like that, or how he killed Nathan. Just really interesting to see that.
Yes.
I would like to see what happened with Nathan and his family, his relationship with his relationship with Victoria and his family. I would like to see how that came about and how he got set up with Jefferson. I think that was really interesting. And yeah, I mean, I'd like to see a story on that.
Yeah. Jefferson would be a good one, because we do in the Hannah interview, the Jefferson that she knows. We do get to hear a little bit about his backstory that, for I guess time constraint reasons, was cut from the game. So that would be cool. And then Rachel pre-death, that would be one that I'd really like to see. Yeah, I think that's
sums it up pretty much.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What would you like to see from a sequel or spin-off? That's pretty much the same question.
More like the outskirts of Arcadia Bay would be nice if they do set in Arcadia Bay.
I mean, if there was a sequel, I'd kind of wish I kind of agree with Joey, what he said earlier. I kind of want to see something different with new characters. I think that would be really awesome because, I mean, as much as we love the characters from Life is Strange Season 1, I mean, Dontnod and Square Enix, they're just brilliant, and I think they can do so much. And I would really love to see all these new characters created, and yeah, I'm really curious about that.
Yeah. Joey.
Yeah. I don't know. Again, just like we said previously. Yeah. I think it would be kind of cool to maybe have like a DLC like spin-off, kind of just exploring some of the mysteries of Arcadia Bay, if you will. That would be interesting. Maybe kind of sandboxy type, like exploration game similar to, like Myst or something similar to that. I think that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, I really would. I'd probably have time to move on to the next question. If I can find it.
Gabriella said, "What's your favorite Easter egg? Did you find some?"
Oh, that's a hard one because there's so many small Easter eggs in the game. Can one of you take over whilst I think about this, because it's a hard one for me?
Well, I didn't actually find any. Mainly because I am just blind and I have a really bad memory. So if somebody tells me there's an Easter egg, I will most likely forget. But I mean, if you tell me one, I will probably know. I will probably remember. And I will be like, oh yeah, I saw that totally.
My favorite Easter egg isn't even so much as an Easter egg as it is just like blatant, and that's why I like it so much, is because it's so blatant and like silly. I think it's in Victoria's room where she talks about the TV. How Victoria has a nice TV, and she says, this would be so sweet to watch Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within on, and then I don't care what anyone says. That was one of the greatest sci-fi movies of all time, or something like whatever she says. That's just so like, nice try, Squeenix. I actually do like that movie, but yeah, nice try. I guess like actual Easter egg would be, I love the little license plates, all the different stuff on those. I also in episode 5, the Ministry of Silly Walks Easter egg, where if you look at the statues downstairs, the first one that you look at is John Cleese is like in the form of John Cleese, like can't make it with my hands, but and she says, oh, this one's just silly. I like that one, and then there's a really obvious like Fire Walk with Me, which is from Twin Peaks, and I love that show.
Yeah.
Damn, you guys pay attention.
I've got a few. One of them is actually quite a few. Probably one of my favorites one is in episode 4 in the garage, or in the garage, as you Americans say it.
That's Yanks.
Yeah. You damn Yanks. It's basically when you first look at David's locker for the first time, and Max says, "Hey David, what you hiding?" And to those who don't know, it's a reference to the web series Hey Ash, What You're Playing with Ashley Birch.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that. The don't nod to that series. Yeah, the license plates. I mean, there was a Twin Peaks one. I think there was a Broadchurch one at one point. Can't remember what any of the others were.
This is X-Files, True Detective,
Breaking Bad, right?
Breaking Bad,
Broadchurch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there was probably one I'm forgetting.
I'm sure there's a lot.
Yeah.
Jess,
There was like a second one, but...
Did I think of any?
Yeah.
No.
Jess is leading our episode on Easter eggs.
Yeah.
I literally don't pay attention like as well as you guys did. I don't even take pictures. The only picture I took was the one of the owl. When you were in the barn.
That's another one.
That's the only thing I took. I mean, everything else. I mean, you guys were playing. You were doing a playthrough of it like the other day on Twitch, right?
Mhm.
And you were like taking pictures. I was like, how do you? Okay, when I'm playing the game, I just like go through it so that I can just like get to the end. You know, like how do you, I can't stall. Like I just want to keep going. Like I rush. Like I don't know. I'm eager. You could say.
Yeah. Yeah, that was another one, Doctor Who.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, there's just so many sort of ones that you can miss easily.
Was the barn the owl? That was a Doctor Who
Yeah.
reference.
All right. Next question then. Gina Clark wants to know, is there anything you wish that would have happened in the game? Would anyone like to start off, or would you like me to do it first?
You can go ahead.
I would love, personally, because I admire voice talent, I would just love for there to be a voice of Rachel,
Mhm.
just so you can actually hear what she would have sounded like if she actually survived the unfortunate events of the game. I would like there to be an ending where everybody can survive if you play the game thorough enough. That would be pleasant. But then it's Donut, so they kind of have to screw us over with that. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, there's nothing else we can really say about that. But it kind of did something that I really wasn't expecting, which was really good. Was the scene in episode 4 with Kate in the hospital.
Mhm.
Like I was thinking, in the episode 2 when I was ending, oh, they should really try and get Kate in the hospital. And then it appeared up 2 episodes later. I was like, all right, I'm happy with this. So yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, too, I think that was actually added in later. I think I heard that somewhere. Not sure.
I believe so.
But thank you. Don't nod. Because that was a nice scene.
What about you guys?
Jess, you got anything?
Well, I wish that there would be more time. I wish that you could have the option to go ape with Warren. Because that would have been adorable. I don't know. I wish there was more Warren in it, obviously. But I also kind of wish that I don't know. Like I kind of wish there was the option to save Nathan in a way, only
Yeah.
because I feel like it wasn't really his fault. Like I feel like Jefferson kind of took out his anger on Nathan, which was kind of unfair, even though Nathan did cause a lot of trouble. It's just he was misled and tricked by Jefferson, obviously. So I don't know. I wish there would have been a happier ending with Nathan.
Yeah, I guess with Nathan, if you choose to sacrifice Chloe, I guess you get the best possible outcome you can for Nathan. I mean, he gets arrested, which obviously he should be because his actions aren't excused or justifiable. But at the same time, or you hope at least, and chances are that he's going to get help. He's going to get the help that he needs. He's not really in control of himself, and he's definitely been like used pretty badly by Jefferson. So yeah, yeah.
If you think about it this way, if you save Nathan by you sacrificing Chloe, you kind of save the entire Arcadia Bay. If you think about it.
Yeah.
Because if you either way, if you go down the path of just think about episode 1 up to episode 5, you find when Nathan dies, you have a chance to actually go back and save him in episode 1. Obviously, kind of at the loss of Chloe, but he saved Nathan. He basically confesses about Jefferson and everything. Then the cycle kind of rolls off from there when even Kate survives as well, no matter what. So that's kind of a plus.
Mm-hmm.
What was the question again? Sorry.
What we would have wanted to see in the game.
Right. Okay. That's okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. But okay. Yeah, like some I would have liked to have seen just I don't know. I kind of like that it's just like a thing that exists here, and it just is. It's very Tao. It's very Zen. But I also kind of like that. Or I kind of wish that like the mysteries of Arcadia Bay were expounded upon a little bit more, just because I don't. I love games like atmospheric games. Like I don't know if anyone's familiar with a game called Dear Esther, which is a mod of Half-Life 2, but it's very or like um, Gone Home, stuff like that, where it's all like it's super atmospheric, and you're just like kind of piecing together what happened by finding clues, and you know what you get of the story is essentially what you find, and it takes several playthroughs. Um, but at the same time, that doesn't really work for the strong narrative that Life is Strange had, and I do really love the narrative of Life is Strange. So, kind of, I don't know. But if I had to answer, that would be I would like to see that expounded upon a little bit more.
Yeah. All right then. Next question. Dominic wants to know what were your thoughts on of Nathan after hearing the message from episode 5. I felt bad. I felt really bad for hating on him.
Mm.
I mean, obviously, you pretty much hear him confess and beg for forgiveness, even though you already know what happened to him. And just, I felt bad. I've mentioned it in the Nathan episode how bad I felt. I was sitting in the corner crying for a week and a half, like I said. Episode 5 was rough for so many reasons, and Nathan was one of them.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? You pretty much on the same boat?
Hmm.
Yeah, it was pretty sharp contrast, especially my initial playthrough of like going back, looking back around like episode 2, episode 1 when I played through it without knowing the rest of the story. Compared to episode 5 is like super like 180. Yeah, it was heartbreaking. It was felt terrible for Nathan. It was a heartbreaking scene.
Got to give credit to the vocal director. I think his name's Philip Barker, if I remember correctly. That's what Hannah said. And Nick as well for that performance. It was touching and awesome. All right then, next question. If I can see here. Aha. What was your favorite cutscene of the game and favorite in-game moment?
Good question.
Cutscene episode 3. Chloe Wildman Max puts on Rachel's clothes for obvious reasons.
Oh my god.
Ready for the mosh pit, Shaka Bra?
It's my favorite line. I mean, you'd feel silly if you didn't,
Hmm.
you didn't like that moment. It's funny, it's ironic. I love it. And for in-game moment, probably Max playing the guitar, honestly. And we did find out who was responsible for that guitar in the director's commentary, which was awesome.
Who was it?
It was Jonathan Morelli.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently Mikkel basically said, basically played Jose Gonzalez's track, I believe, and basically just told Jonathan to play along, but kind of goofy as well, to seem like it was actually Max playing. So, what about you two?
Oh god. Well, like favorite in-game moment, like in general, like of
Yeah,
the
I'd
whole
say so.
game. Oh my god.
Yeah. And then cutscene, like something that you can't really interact with, mainly just like dialogue and all that stuff.
Hmm. God. Okay, so I'd have to say my favorite in-game moment was when I really like the scene when they're shooting the bottles in the junkyard, Chloe and Max. I think they're starting to trust each other again, and I think that's very important to the game. And cutscene. I'd have to say, I don't know. I really like the ending of, I think it was episode 1 or 2, where
I think I know what you're going to
Warren,
say. Yeah.
Warren and Max are sitting together, watching the sunset. I thought that was really cute. Yeah. So
You
that.
really are Grainfield trash, aren't you?
I don't know. I used to be Pricefield. Now I'm just kind of whatever makes Max happy.
Hmm.
Honestly, whatever Max. I know that it's the player's choice, but I personally like Warren because that's what I would like if I were Max because I'm straight. I don't know. I really like I like Warren. I just think he's adorable. So, I mean, I think Max and Chloe are cute too, but I don't know. If I were Max, I would pick Warren.
Right, Joey?
I don't know.
My favorite cutscene, I think, is probably. Okay, I'm gonna have two answers for my favorite cutscene. I'm gonna have a happy one, and I'm gonna have a sad one. My happy. Let's do this. Let's do the sad one first, and then we'll have
Oh
the
my
happy
God.
one. So the sad one is the ending of episode 4, where they find Rachel's body, because wow, like that moment in the game, that cutscene was, it had more like weight and depth to me than any movie I've watched, any book I've read. Like that was like my favorite moment in media, and I mean, super dark and super sad and tragic, but like I, definitely. I mean, there are some great games out there with like heavy cutscenes and stuff like that, but not to the degree, at least in my opinion, not to the degree that cutscene was. Um, my happy choice would be in episode 3, the swimming pool. There's an otter in my water. um, it's just because I thought it was really, I don't know, it was really sweet and nice, and it just kind of captured the like. It was a nice, it was a nice break. It kind of captured, I guess the still like naivety and childhood innocence, I guess, if you will, that Chloe and Max have, despite everything that's happened to Chloe, everything that's happened to Max. It's also really like it's kind of a big bonding moment for them too. And so I thought it was like, I don't know, like it was just a very sweet cutscene. It's kind of goofy, but it's very sweet, and it was just, I got nice feels from it. My favorite moment in the game, just overall moment, is, I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's the final chance you get to sit down in the game, where you sit down in the diner before you time jump, and Pompidou rests his head on Max's leg. Um, that was just like such a nice little breather. Just, well, I guess it's the second to last, but anyway, that's such a nice little breather, and it was like a really like, okay, let me collect my thoughts, and the same things like like Max collect her thoughts and all that. Um, and it's also like just the chances where you get to just sit down and listen to Max, talk about what she's going through and all that. I thought it was a really nice touch, and I one of the things that I love the most about the game. So, but in particular, that.
Yeah. I changed my answer to the to the favorite cutscene to episode 4. It couldn't have been executed any brilliantly for that. I mean, the feels, the music, the way it was executed visually, it was just amazing. Can't believe I didn't think of an answer. Damn it. I move on to the next question then.
Yep.
All right. So Katrina wants to know, is there anything you wish that was left out of the game, like parts you felt were unnecessary and silly? I don't think of anything. It's kind of a hard choice, because if you try and think about your favorite game, you can only really think about what you like. I can't really think of anything that I disliked about it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. If there was one very small thing, it would have to be the dialogue between Juliet and Dana when Juliet lets Dana out of the room in episode
Yeah.
1. That's the only thing that I can feel like, it's kind of forced upon, but still, apart from it, I can't think of anything else.
I think there's a lot of dialogue that is really cheesy and really campy. I don't want that cut. I wouldn't say I wanted that cut out, but I will, acknowledge that it's super goofy. It's just goofy as all hell. But I think it works because you got these like nerdy and hipster and like just these teenagers. Like I said stupid crap when I was a teenager. Like stupid crap, things that people would hate. It's just, and I think it fits. I think the dialogue fits in that nature. The only thing that I kind of wish they left out is I don't know. I mean, I guess if I have to be pedantic and nitpicky here, it would be like the whole like side arc where you have to talk to who is it, Courtney, I think, to get and like, oh, tell me about dresses, and then you go to the thing and you have to find her just to get back to the VIP club and the VIP area and the Vortex Club party. That was just annoying to me. I don't know. I was just.
You know, there's a way around that, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can like go around, push the speaker in the water, rewind, and all that, but
So
yeah.
I appreciate Courtney, because I've got Chloe on my mind. I apologize. Yeah, with Courtney, you get more Hannah. Don't appreciate that though. I mean, yeah, get to work.
Jess, do you have anything?
I mean, yeah, some of the stuff in episode 1 that kind of just stalled the game a little bit, I can see. But I mean, nothing that I really didn't like that I think should be taken out. Like, I mean, I think everything in the game was in the game for a reason, and it was important for the plot and the storyline. So, yeah, maybe just a few unnecessary scenes with Courtney and Dana and stuff like that, but nothing really specific.
Yeah, now that you mentioned episode 1, I kind of think that's all. I really don't see the point of actually giving Warren his flash drive. I mean, they just could get rid of that completely.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
as well as just Warren as a character in general.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Jess is about to leave. Yeah, actually, thinking about the flash drive thing, I won't go so far as to say get rid of Warren altogether. Thinking about getting the flash drive thing, I guess the purpose of it was to kind of introduce some of these other smaller characters that would come into play later, but that was just like, I don't care about this dude's flash drive. Like, I don't care. So that's just being pedantic, though. Picky.
Yeah, but still, I wouldn't remove Warren. I was joking. It's a good old classic joke.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Let's see if I can try and find another one here. I kind of lost track. Do we ship Max and Chloe or Max and Warren, and why? Well,
we talked about this.
Yeah, we talked about it. Personally, I don't really ship that much. I mean, sure, they've got a strong bond between characters, but I don't say, oh my god, OTP and everything. It's just the chemistry between these characters is important, because you wouldn't really see, like, for example, Jefferson and Prescott. That just wouldn't work. Or I kind of see why people ship Pricefield or, Warren and Max. It's just something that I can't really get into. It's just a disrespect for the character for who they are, not what people think they should do. If that makes any sense at all.
Jess, you want to hit on it real quick?
I mean, I kind of already took my place. I used to ship Max and Chloe only because that's the only option I really saw. But I personally like Warren, so I have to pick Warren.
Yeah.
I'm in similar boat with Jamie. like I guess my canon is Max and Chloe together. I think the chemistry that the two characters have is like really really it's present, it's well done, it feels natural, it feels right. I guess I love the greater sense of love that these two have and all that, but I don't do the whole like nothing wrong with it. I just personally don't do the whole like shipping thing.
Hmm.
At least not in sort of seriousness. But I guess if I have to say that I do, yeah, it's Pricefield.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I have an entire fan fiction about it.
No, yeah.
Next question then. Okay, so favorite secondary line or moment has to be Frank. It really has to be Frank with the beans.
Yeah.
It really, I cannot think of any moment that sticks out in my head with any secondary character than Frank. Or Kate, actually. Would Kate count as a secondary character?
Yeah.
Okay, Kate. Kate in the hospital scene, just there.
That is your favorite scene.
I know, because I
It's
really
so
like
heartwarming.
Kate.
Yeah.
Because it kind of throws you off like episode 4 might be a really nice episode, but then it just goes downhill from there. It's like that is the peak of happiness in Life is Strange. Oh boy. What about you two?
I don't know. Frank and the Beans are good, obviously. I like Victoria's line. Got water on my cashmere. And she goes she flips her shit. But yeah, that's my favorite, I guess. Thought it was really funny.
I like the William stuff. Like all the stuff that William says. I thought that scene was really touching. Really
Especially when you
nice.
talk about Paris.
Especially what?
When you talk about Paris with him in episode 4.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Frank and his beans, of course. Yeah.
Okay, now next question, right?
Mhm.
Alright, Frank and his beans or Frank and Pompidou as a ship? Beans. Beans.
Beans.
Yeah, the I don't know. Frank and Pompidou as a ship is kind of weird. So weirder than Frank and his beans. So yeah.
You may like that, but personally, I don't see the idea with that. I'm sorry. I have a habit of making puns. So yeah. Okay. Probably move on to the next question, right?
What is your favorite joke of the game? Would that be it?
I don't know. I mean, boy, yeah, it is. Who wants to go first on this one?
Well, I mean the Shaka Bra line. Thought that was pretty funny. I can't really think of any off the top of my head.
Me release the crack can.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Of course.
Of course that one.
Also, like, and this actually goes back to the Easter egg thing, but I just did it. When you're searching for the keys to get into Wells's office, and if you look at the hat, like the hunting cap that's hanging up on the thing, Max says only a phony would wear a hat like that. That's the hat that shoot, what's his name? I'm terrible with names. The main character from Catcher in the Rye wears, and he's always calling
Holden
people phony.
Caulfield.
Yeah, Holden. Yeah, that's what Holden wears, and it's not a joke, but I just thought I want to add that to my Easter egg thing. But yeah, release the crack hand is my favorite dude.
I'm gonna sound like a real sadist for my answer.
Oh God.
It's in episode 2 in the junkyard where you tell Chloe to shoot the bumper. I don't know why I find that funny every single time that happens.
It is funny. That's why.
Or if you just leave her to her own devices, she shoots it. She's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna shoot this bumper.
And you just see her just go, I shot myself, rewind.
So
I love
funny.
it. I just seen a comment that I'm a savage. Well, yeah. Say that to Rachel. When all right, here's another one by Jerry Giggle, who actually made the clay figures from episode 10, I believe. Right?
Yep.
Okay, so when they make Life is Strange 2, would you like to see cameos or callbacks to the original? Or do you think it'd be better without any context? It'd probably be better if there was some context to the game. Because if it's going to be Life is Strange 2 or Season 2, they got to have some sort of throwback to Season 1. Either talking about the tornado or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just, it'd be nice to, like, a throwback, maybe actual characters when, yeah, that kind of stuff, I guess.
If I'm gonna put on my my asshole cap, for lack of a better word, I think if it was just without context, it would kind of just be fan service, and not that's necessarily a bad thing, but I think their writing staff and their game direction and all that is a little bit above that. God, I'm such a freaking elitist. I'm so pretentious. But at the same time, it would be nice to have like a cameo appearance from one of the characters, or mention like even something like wow, there's this one picture in the Zeitgeist gallery or something. I don't know, something like that. That would be cool.
Yes?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of somewhere in the middle with you guys. Like, I kind of want, if there's going to, well, when there's going to be a season 2, I want it to be different than season 1, of course, because I mean, I think that, again, what Joey said, it would just be satisfying the fans if it was just relating to the first one. But I mean, it would be nice to see a few things to connect the two together. Just so it's like cohesive and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I think a different story would be nice and different characters. But I mean, yeah, I would like to see a little bit of a connection.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I totally understand where you two are coming from. So we've been streaming for about an hour now, maybe an hour and a half. Should we start to wrap up?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe 15 more minutes to last
Yeah.
call for questions.
And then we'll make an announcement at the end of this, which will we'll kind of give you an early preview of what we have in store.
Yeah.
But we won't actually officially announce it until tomorrow, so you kind of get a day advance of that.
Oh, real quick, I finally got the page up for all the fan art that we used. It's its own separate page. It's under the Everyday Heroes on the website. It's its own separate page of, say, Zeitgeist Gallery, fan art, or I don't remember what I titled it, but it's up. So if you want to check all that stuff out, I have not compiled the list of our everyday heroes that are actually selling their stuff. I'm working on that, so I'll have that up soon as well. So, yep, I guess I probably should have waited till the end to say that, but sorry.
Well, it's kind of good. Jared Gago wants to know, they made Max, Chloe, and Kate out of clay. Who should make next? First of all, I want to see the Kate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to see the
Who's your
Kate one too.
Yeah, tweet it to us at Blackwell PDcast, and we'll have a look at it.
Can you do Warren and Nathan?
Of course you want Warren and Nathan, Jeff. Lisa. Or
Lisa, yeah, do Lisa.
Not Larry, though.
Do Frank.
Yeah, Frank would be good.
I like the detail that you put into your clay stuff and all that, and so I'd like to see what you can do with Frank. It's calling you out, brother.
Dominic just said, make Jefferson and ship it to me. I need something for when I'm angry to smash.
Would it be okay that I told them what was gonna happen tonight, but unfortunately didn't?
I don't know. Should we talk about that, Joey?
Could.
Possibly.
I mean, it's not that big a deal, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate.
I guess so, yeah, because it will happen in the future. We just have to wait on a date, like everything. But it is guaranteed that it will happen, just we don't have a set in stone time that it will happen. So, yeah, Jess, if you want to...
All right. So, well, originally when we we're thinking about doing a live stream party. We thought, oh hey, maybe we can get a few friends. And one of the people I had reached out to was, of course, Hannah, since she happened to really help us with our podcast. So, and she, of course, being the wonderful human being she is, said that she would love to join us tonight. But unfortunately, she hasn't been feeling well, so she couldn't make it tonight, which is it really sucks. But we will let you guys know if we can do a live stream with her, because I think that would be really cool. I mean, it's different than what we've done before, and I mean, it's not just our voices; it'd be our faces. So, I mean, we can do something like that. We can have a live like Q&A like we just did with you guys, and we'll definitely let you guys know if something like that ever happens again. So, yeah, I'm sorry that it didn't work out tonight, but I hope
But
it
it's
was still
possible.
fun. Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's
it's
still
possible.
possible. It's still possible. So.
Oh, I thought it was like guaranteed. We just didn't know when. So maybe I misspoke.
What, the live stream?
Yeah, Hannah coming on.
Oh yeah, she will. She
We
definitely.
just don't know when.
We just don't know when. Yeah, we'll do another one for sure.
Yeah, when we get a
she'll-
confirmed date.
Make sure.
She'll let me know when she feels better.
Yeah, and we will probably take a bit of time out of that live stream to talk about her new music video, Hollow Glow. Just to talk about that.
Mhm.
And give a little bit of the update of about the giveaway that we're going to be doing in the future on the podcast as well. Talk about that. And yeah, then we will let loose the fan questions in the chat.
Just going back to the giveaway real quick, just a little bit. We do have a charity. Hannah gave us a charity, so we'll have that set up more closer to the release of the actual album, which we're looking at March to April. We're not sure just yet, but, so we'll keep you guys informed.
We got another question. All right, we 2390 wants to know: Have we tried getting Ashley Birch onto the show?
Who?
We 2390. Basically,
No.
Who did he want us to get? Who is Ashley Birch?
I think Anthony Birch is the writer of Borderlands 2. He would be a great to have on a Life is Strange podcast, honestly.
Yeah, I think Anthony Birch brings a lot to video games in general. I think he's a really good writer.
Even on his web series, Hey Anthony, what you playing?
He's gonna be the main character in Horizon Zero Dawn, and he talked for Tiny Tim on Borderlands. So yeah, we're gonna get Anthony Birch on the show.
Yeah, hopefully we could plan to.
We're working. We're trying to get Ashley.
Yeah.
We're trying to get
Yeah.
Ashley.
We are trying so hard.
We're gonna start charging $1 to ask that question. So maybe we can actually afford to pay Ashley to come on the show if we do that.
Exactly.
That's $1 for the Ash show.
Yeah. Yeah, we know.
Oh look, Kate's in the chat.
Yeah, we were being sarcastic.
Yeah, we are known for being sarcastic. For all the sarcasm on the show. Look, here's some sarcasm right now. I like Warren.
Hey!
I'm kidding.
Do we have any last questions before we make our announcement and wrap this up?
Yeah. Let's do like a lightning round of questions. Send as many as you can, and we'll try and do send them on.
Nothing like super that we need to go in depth in, but just kind of like yes or no, maybe brief.
Yeah.
Thing. And we'll... Bonus round, people.
Wow, I really am a savage.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah,
I'm okay with it. Oh boy. Dominic, if we actually got both Ashley and Hannah on at the same time, we would definitely get them to reenact the episode 5 ending, just to give you extra more feels. Yeah. So yeah, if you want to send questions quickly, just type it in the chat as quick as possible.
Got maybe like 10 more minutes for it.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Did you guys talk about your the announcements or?
We'll do it at the end.
Yeah, we'll do
Okay.
the question.
We'll do it after these questions here. And
We do
yeah,
more.
so I guess should we really whilst we're waiting for questions to come in, we should pretty much should we talk about how the podcast came to be, how it kind of grew in popularity a bit, or?
Well, sure. I mean, it grew in popularity because we got interviews with people, but
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to touch on like your initial idea real quick while we're waiting for a few more questions.
Okay. Played episode 4. I pretty much have to say I really don't want to take credit for this, but I kind of have to because it's true.
So modest.
Yeah, I kind of came up with the idea of the podcast back in July, right? That's when episode 4 came out. I mean, yeah, after episode 4, that ending was just so emotional. I had to basically talk about it, but I didn't know how at the point. But somehow, it's like, if you remember, there's a line where Max talks to Chloe about a podcast, and that somehow got into my head at that point. I was saying, what if I did a podcast about Life is Strange? And then I kind of posted about it on Reddit, trying to get people to join. Got Joey, and we did have a former co-host, Julia, who was awesome.
Yeah.
But she had to leave us after episode 1 because of commitments with theatre. And yeah, episode 1 did pretty well. Then we had a 3-month hiatus.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. You can pretty much find out about why in episode 2 because we kind of touched on it a little bit. Then we did an episode every week since. After that hiatus, I mean, we brought Jess on board after seeing her amazing artwork in the Nathan Prescott episode. We were looking for a co-host at the time because Joey and I were pretty much struggling every week, and we just needed some because we were struggling to make 45 minutes, which is the idea. Now we're making about an hour, an hour 20 minutes each episode.
Well,
and
I never struggle to talk, but I figured probably needed someone else to break up me droning on. But
yeah. And then with the 2 interviews that we got, we pretty much were planning those since before episode 1. And we were just glad that they happened, really.
yeah.
That the community will like it so much. So we're going to keep doing it. Keep doing it for you guys.
For as long as we can. Yeah, our first interview was with Diane Hutton, who voices Kate. We were super nervous, and this was kind of before we got better equipment to record with and stuff too.
Yeah.
So the quality isn't as great as the Hannah, but it's still, I would like definitely recommend listening to it if you haven't, because Diane is also really wonderful, and it's interesting seeing her standpoint, her viewpoint, and so listen to that if you haven't. And then of course our second interview was with Hannah, and that was where we blew up.
Not literally, of course.
Yeah, well, kind of. Our heads blew up.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll release a blooper reel of like the behind the scenes us freaking out.
Oh yeah, maybe we should.
Yeah.
That was really funny. We should put it out there.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much that we could do. Okay, now we should probably move on to the questions now since we got that out of the way. All right. Okay. All right. Gabriella wants to know how you guys met Jess, and we pretty much touched on that, right?
Yeah.
Because Joey and I were doing an episode on Nathan Prescott. We were looking for fan art. We remembered that Jess actually drew a picture of Nick Schreiner and Nathan Prescott, and we had to include it. So we just went out. Yeah, that was just something. Yeah, it really was, and yeah, and then at the same episode we were applying for co-hosts, and then we just kind of kicked off from there.
Mhm.
Will you ever add more people for the podcast? You mean as in staff or as in guests? In guests, we hope so. In staff, not at the moment, but if we do kind of blow up in popularity again, we will consider it.
Yeah, it just depends on, I guess right now we're managing it pretty well. between the three of us. It is a bit tough since Jess and Jamie are students. I work full time, but like I said, we're managing it. But if it gets too much, then we'll look at maybe bringing on another, someone kind of behind the scenes to help with editing, help with website, that type of thing. As far as co-host goes, not sure. It just probably not. It just depends on if we lose someone, which hopefully doesn't happen, and we won't see that in the near future. But
yeah. All right. What's your favorite episode? I can't choose, honestly. So, what do you two think is your favorite episode?
I'd say 4 because the whole thing with Rachel, I thought that was very interesting, and how that ended, I was just ruined. So I'd have to say 4.
Joey?
4, yeah, same. Like 4, 5, 2, 3, 1. I think is my hierarchy. But yeah, episode 4. That was what sealed the deal. I was already loving the game. I started playing the game right before episode 4 came out. Blazed through the first 3 episodes and had to have more, but then 4 was just
Yeah,
what? And so that was where I just absolutely became head over heels for the game. So 4, yeah.
All right. For me, order-wise, this may sound weird, but mine is 1, 4, 5, 3, 2.
1?
Yeah, 1 is my favorite episode because it's where this community started off. Just from episode 1, which came out almost a year ago, and it's just great seeing how far the community came from just an episodic series. It's just amazing to see, and I'm just happy about that. Okay, quickly. Favorite Warren, Max, and Chloe T-shirt.
Favorite Warren, Max, and Chloe T-shirt, is that what?
Yeah, but right for me, it's probably my favorite Warren shirt is the one that he wears in episode 5. Max, it's gonna have to be the episode 5 one again, the red, the red shirt with the skull. And for Chloe, it's gonna have to be the one that she wears in episode 3 in her bedroom, the rock chick one, because it kind of differentiates from her actual clothing, the white vest and all that. What about you guys?
I'd have to agree with you on Warren and Chloe's outfits, but I think my favorite Max's, is it shirt or just outfit in general?
Shirt.
Oh, shirt?
Yeah.
I like her. I like the white shirt with the deer running across it.
From episode 2.
Yeah. But outfit, I like her black dress in episode 5 at the funeral.
I can speak of that. Jimmy.
Chloe, I like the Misfit Skull one. Well, it's a tie between the Ouroboros and Misfit Skull. Probably a little bit more toward the Misfit Skull. Max, Hot Dog Man, her flashback that she's wearing, that had the anagram, and the moth, the black moth. That's 3. I know I cheated. Warren, I like his Schrodinger's cat one. It's the box with the meow over it. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Will you add any more things to the podcast other than Everyday Heroes? We'd like to, if we come up with ideas.
Yeah.
It seems that the formula that we have at the moment is pretty solid, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. How do we find out about the game? We kind of touched on it. Me and Joey touched on about it in episode 1, and Jess talked about it in her first episode about Max. Do you want to touch on it again real quickly, guys? So,
yeah, sure.
So who wants to go first on this one?
You guys can go.
All right, then I'll go first. I found out about it about, I can't remember, it's either a week or 2 weeks after episode 1 came out, because to those who don't recognize my hat, it's from a video game called The Walking Dead, Telltale series, which is an episodic adventure game, kind of like Life is Strange. And I was a huge fan of The Walking Dead, and my friend suggested, hey, this game came out. There's a demo. You should probably try it out. And I was like, sure. Loved the demo. Got the game. Got episode 1. Loved it, and then just kind of went through that ever since. Just never looked back. So Joey.
I saw it back in January of last year, kind of when it was like first coming out, and I was like, "Oh, this looks interesting." It's photography, kind of funky looking game. Added it to my wish list, and then honestly just kind of forgot about it. And then it was on Steam Summer Sale last year, and I was like, "Okay, well," I remember like being interested in this game and thinking, wanting to check it out, so now's a good time to do it. And I really hate that I waited that long. But so I bought it, fell in love with it. I think my initial apprehension, the reason I didn't buy the first episode to kind of test it out, is because I thought Square Enix was making it. I didn't realize that they were just publishing it. And I don't have anything against Square Enix. It's just I know them more for like Final Fantasy games and stuff like that, which I'm not big into. But I've kind of changed my opinion on Square Enix a little bit since then. I don't really like Final Fantasy, but I like Just Cause, and of course I love Life is Strange. So they're okay in my book. But yeah. So that was my initial apprehension, and I was wrong. I'll be the first to admit it. So.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So well, I watched the first 3 episodes, or no, first 2.5 really. On YouTube, I was watching Joey Graceffa, my favorite YouTuber. I was watching him play it, and I got really interested in the game and bought it on my own, and then caught up to him, passed him, and it kind of took off from there. So yeah, I mean, I have to thank Joey, because without him, I wouldn't have. Not him. Different Joey. Joey Graceffa. He's a YouTuber. But yeah, without Joey Graceffa, I probably would never have fell in love with the game, which is kind of scary. But I mean, I'm not a huge video game player myself, so I mean, I play like Minecraft and Tomb Raider and a few video games every now and then, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's how we found out about it. Most happy episode, most sad one. For me, episode 3 was my happiest. Episode 5 was just brutal.
3,
happiest. 4, I think, was the saddest, just because of the alt timeline choice. Which was like, God Almighty, like, that was brutal. And then of course the ending of 4. I guess 5 isn't the saddest for me, just because Max and Chloe ended up to get Chloe was alive at the end. So, but yeah.
Just.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you guys. I think episode 3 is the happiest, I think. And I think it's a tie between 4 and 5, because depending on what you pick, I think that 5 is probably the saddest. If you're like me and you pick Bay over Bay.
B-A-Y over B-A-Y.
Yeah. So I'd say 5 probably. I don't know. But 4 is really sad too, so.
And I just realized I skipped over a few questions, so I apologize. Katrina wants to know, are you guys part of any other fandoms? Jess, do you want to start this one off?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm in quite a few. My main fandom, though, is probably the Hunger Games. I have over almost 60,000 followers for the Hunger Games, like Hunger Games followers on Instagram, my Hunger Games Instagram page. And I made that like years and years ago, so it's crazy. But yeah, that was my very first fandom, and it's still my favorite, I'd have to say. But other than that, I really like The Walking Dead and American Horror Story, and of course Life is Strange. So yeah.
Joey?
I don't really participate a whole lot in online communities, except with the exception of this one, Life is Strange, because this community is extremely nice, and I don't know, I just don't have time for communities that don't harbor niceness and are like toxic at all or anything like that. But I love nerding out over. I love Nintendo stuff. I love comic book stuff. Obviously, I got Captain America hoodie on. I love Pokemon. I love. I don't know, there's a lot of stuff. I play a lot of different games. So yeah, I mean, I'm all over the place. I guess biggest one outside of Life is Strange would probably be like Legend of Zelda, Pokemon, and Star Wars.
Oh yeah, Star Wars. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Getting into that now.
Okay. For me, I don't know. I and you probably say a fandom is something that you kind of contribute to outside of Life is Strange, right? For me, nothing.
Yeah, I don't contribute.
Yeah.
My
I mean, for me,
contribution
it's
to the
just
Guys.
yeah. I mean, all we do is just talk about a game that we like once a week, upload it, and then just just rinse and repeat, really.
Hmm.
And just read all the lovely comments of people saying, right, we're probably going to answer about 3 more questions, I guess.
Okay.
All right, so Katrina wants to know, how big do you hope the podcast to be in the future?
This big.
Oh, about
Huge.
that big, right? Well, Joey did say once, and I'm holding him against it. If we get,
Yeah.
I believe, was it 10 million?
It's 10
subscribers?
million. 10 million.
He is going to get a tattoo of a cartoon parody of Dragon Ball Z of Vegeta.
Yeah.
And if you want to know
Stupid as
what
Vegeta.
yeah, I mean that would be just insane, but it's very unlikely. But honestly, I'm happy with the kind of popularity that we're at right now.
Me too.
And if it gets bigger, that's great. But I'm just thankful for what we have right now.
I dream big, so I want to take over the world. I hope that one day Blackwell podcast is we rule the world, and everybody is subservient to us. So.
And if we rule the world, I call dibs on Oregon.
Okay.
Right. What about you, Jess?
I don't know. I'm pretty happy again. I've never really thought about that question before. Obviously, I think it's awesome. The more views we get, the better. But again, I'm not really picky with our views. I don't really count them. I don't really other than, of course, the Hannah episode. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was insane. But I think I'm pretty happy with where we are. I mean, yeah, you're right. Obviously, it'd be awesome to get more, but I don't know. I'm happy. So.
All right. Right. 2
It's
more
always
questions.
good to have goals, though.
2 more questions. Oh boy. I found one question that I want to end on because it kind of segues into what we want to end on. I'm struggling right now.
Why don't we just go to that one?
Do you want to just end it off on that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The last question then, I'm sorry, is, do we plan on interviewing any crew from the game instead of voice actors?
Boy, do we.
Should we make the announcement now?
Let's do
why
it.
not?
We'll make it. We'll mention it again tomorrow on our
All right.
recorded episode.
So you guys are going to get a lovely preview about what we're going to announce tomorrow.
So our first game crew interview, it's already set up. It will be the first week of February 5th, is Alejandro Arque, who is one of the game designers for the game, which is really exciting. Wealth of knowledge about the game, the lore of the game, just wealth of knowledge. And then also he's responsible for a few of the mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very active in it. So we're extremely excited to have him. We have another guaranteed interview. We're just sussing out the time. I don't want to keep it a mystery, but it is with someone on the crew. So we have 2 coming up. Super excited about, because as much as we love talking to stars and all that, it's we also want to pick the brains and give the creators of the game and the people that worked on it a chance to talk about it. And we're working on more people. It's just a matter of when we get responses and reaching out and all that. But yeah, so coming up we have our first we have our first game crew interview coming up, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll announce that at the end of the Jefferson episode, which we are recording tomorrow, and it should be up either tomorrow night or Sunday morning. Depends on how quick I get it done.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's it, really, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
This has been fun.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Thanks for the turnout.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. Like, I will echo it from now until eternity. We love you all, and it's awesome that you are engaging with us, because that's what makes this fun. Not just hearing myself talk, even though I like doing that. It's really fun having folks engage with us. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you for turning out tonight. It was awesome. And then we want to do our farewell messages. Jamie?
No, just go next.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm really grateful for everything, that all the support and all the kind words that we've been, even I read every single message on every single comment on our videos, and I'm very grateful, as well as I know these guys are too. So it means a lot to us. So thank you.
All right, now I have to kind of talk about it from a creative standpoint, don't I? Because this was just an idea about, I say, almost half a year ago now, right? And look how far it's come so far. I mean, it was just awesome. I mean, just seeing it go from episode 1 up to episode 10 to this, having 2 interviews under our belt, having a third one coming up. I mean, we try and be as active in the community as we can. You can normally catch us on social media. I mean, yeah, we try our best. We read pretty much almost every email. We hope to get, and we try and respond to as quick as we can. It's just, 2 of us being students, one of us and Joey at work. We can't do it all the time, but we try really hard. And we also try to browse the community for fan art, cosplay videos, and all that stuff that we can include in the Everyday Hero segment. And yeah, this has just been an amazing, amazing project. And I couldn't be happier with having Jess and Joey on the project with me.
Yeah. So, I guess, yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're gonna head out for the night. Hopefully, maybe this recorded. Probably not, because like I said, I didn't think of it beforehand, and I'm dumb. But thank you so much for being a part of this, and we will probably be doing this again at some point. It was a lot of fun.
For sure.
Really.
Have a good night, day, morning, afternoon, wherever you hail from, and love you and goodbye.